what is the definition of success? So what are you striving to achieve and why? Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded. Right, we started jumping in the lake in December.
Did.
Rudyard Lake, and it was cold. And
But you're a weather geek, Jace. What temperature was it then?
in December it was about 5 or 6.
5 degrees.
5 or 6, I reckon. Cools down really quick, warms up really quick.
How many millimetres was that layer of ice we were jumping through?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit like a slush puppy.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? That's
so
good
it was like
analogy.
you could swim in it, so you know you weren't going to get stuck under there. So that was about 2
Well,
beneath the
to be honest,
surface.
mate, the first few weeks we did it, I was just happy to come up again. There was a massive fit. It was dark, wasn't it? It was pitch black because we were down there at 6:30, 7. You're not allowed to jump in there, and me and you were doing running bombs off the end of an icy jetty. Dangerous enough to get in, but just really relieved to come up from underneath the water to start with.
Yeah,
And
especially
just
after
like,
the first
oh,
one,
thank
yeah.
fuck for that, I'm still alive.
But you introduced it through Wim. So initially there was like, you know what, this could be a good idea because there's health benefits, right? Like cold water has like a health, you know,
Yeah.
and something scientific which I can't explain. I've got no idea.
Well, I'll give you full context to that, Chase. Well, for the purpose of obviously talking about it, but there was just a little period of my life where I was having a bit, it wasn't a shit time, but I just was looking for something to break the routine, and things at home, they weren't perfect, work wasn't perfect, but it was all fixable stuff. And one day, as you know, Jace, but I just said, Moody, I'm actually going to Rudyard tomorrow. I'm going to jump in the water. If you fancy it, you're more than welcome to come. And you didn't know about Wim Hof or anything like that at that time, did you? But the depression thing absolutely got to the core of him, and all he wanted to do was find a cure for depression. And the more and more we've been jumping in that water, and the more and more that I follow Wim Hof on his app, and he does his breathing techniques before he jumps in the water, which we've adopted now, but that's for our benefit. But the more and more I follow him, and the more and more I just follow the news, there's people cropping up everywhere, aren't there? Yeah. Oh yeah, we go ice swimming every Christmas, we go open water swimming, we jump in the cold water, and we haven't been ill for 10 years, or the benefits are going to stick with you for 10 years after, even if you do it as minimally as 1 time a week. And
I don't reckon there's many business coaches that are jumping in lakes.
No, absolutely not.
Clients, especially in January. But
I don't think it's many.
Just a good discussion point is USPs, right? And the phrase USP actually used to make me laugh. It was first introduced at Gus, and everybody who talked about it didn't really understand it. Just like, yeah, what's your USP? But actually, it's really, really important. What USP converting to? Well, what is USP? A USP is, let's replace it with a question. Why do customers engage with you and not somebody else? What are the reasons for that? And you know, I think again for me, I think it's a massively important thing, because if you do that and answer that question and list it down, that's your pitch. That's your pitch to your customers. So I've only been self-employed for less than 4 years now. When I first started off, I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what I specialised in. I was thinking too much about what I thought people wanted from me, as opposed to actually who I was, what
you could give them.
Yeah, and I think, you know, and that doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, you've got to build up.
Oh, 100%. I'd take the same.
Like,
I've been running a brewery for 5-6 years. I feel more and more confident in my skin as we go through it, but I've never felt like I know what I'm doing. I'm the best brewery boss there is. It's something you just like. Okay, I did a good job. Yeah, make sure I remember to tell myself I did a good job.
Yeah. I think the other thing as well is, and I've felt this, and I've heard so many people again say it, is, so when you ask them what's unique about the business, you can see naturally that they'll look and go, I don't know if there's anything unique, and you know, the reality is that if they were to list one thing, they're not going to be unique. Okay, somebody somewhere will have that particular skill set. But for me, those unique points, it's not just one, it's probably 5 or 6. It defines your personality, it defines your skill set. And yes, somebody might have that particular skill set, or that particular skill set, or that one, but it's the combination of it, really. You're buying a package, I guess.
I don't think that I've got time to pretend to be anybody else than myself. That myself has got me to this point so far, and I'm relying on myself to continue to develop me and push me down the line going forwards.
What I see is, people striving to identify what their USP is, why they're different. The reality is, you don't have to go searching. If you're searching, then effectively you're looking for something that doesn't exist. And I think the reality is, it's, anything to do with a USP or anything that makes you different is precisely what you've just said. It's about you, it's about your personality, it's about being comfortable with that, about being open-minded to the fact that things are going to change.
What makes you better than them? Or what's your kind of cool thing that you do? And what's yours, Jace? It's like you're doing your business work in a pair of shorts because that's what you like wearing, and I'm doing mine in flip-flops because I like wearing flip-flops. And I don't think you have to pretend to be somebody, and I think when you start pretending to be somebody, then you're not your USP anymore, are you?
Just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded.